You know I love it when you're wishing you could shred me to pieces, but it's too early to fight. I'm not fighting. He smiles. Yes, you are. I know because there are words coming out of your mouth. And today, Jenn and I are talking about Blackthorn by J.T. Geissinger.
That's how I would say it.
Geissinger.
Yeah.
I first want to make the disclaimer. No, I'll wait for the disclaimer. I'll wait for the disclaimer. Okay. So, kind of a short. Do you want to do the synopsis? Or do you want me to do the synopsis?
No, I like you doing the synopsis better.
Because I'm ridiculous. Oh, you okay? I like doing the synopsis. So this is perfect. I'll do the synopsis, and you do all the closeouts, and everything's grand. Perfect. Okay.
I love this.
So Blackthorn is a gothic romance, which normally when people say something's a gothic romance, I don't always believe them because it's not really true. But I feel like this one hit it 100%. It's this woman, Maven, which I love her name. Her and her daughter, B, I think so, B. It was really hard. I think it's B. It's B-E-A.
It's Bea.
Is it Bea? I thought it was B.
Oh, it was Bea.
We both listened to this.
I love that we said the exact same thing at the exact same time.
Maybe it is Bea, but I'm just going to call her B.
That's fine.
So Maven and her daughter Bea, whatever, insert name here, return home for her grandmother's funeral?
Yes.
For her grandmother's funeral. Maven has not been home since she was 16 or 17? 17. And she's about to be 30.
Yep.
Because she's been gone for 12, 13, something odd years.
Yeah.
So she returns to her hometown, which is a small town, and lots of weird things are happening with her two aunts and the butler / groundskeeper of their manor. The town is like, ooh, stay away from them because they're witches. Think like Practical Magic if you've ever seen the movie or read the book, where the town is like knows that there's something off about them, but like doesn't know what's off about them, and everybody stays away from them and da-da-da-da. And of course, with Maven being back home, her one true only soulmate love, Rowan, happens to just be in town at the same time. And they keep on having these. What is it? What did I say?
Rowan,
Ro, whatever.
You should just call him Ro.
It's an R. He's super sexy, so it doesn't matter. They keep on they keep on having these little moments and meeting up, and he's sort of kind of stalking her, but like not really stalking her. It's a small town, so, and he owns the town, so it's kind of easy for him to keep tabs on her. They have really great banter. In the mix of this, towards, I want to say, within like the first like 5%, maybe 10% of the book, the grandmother disappears. Like her body disappears after they have the wake. So when they're going to go to do the burial, she's gone. And not just gone, but apparently her clothes and everything were left behind. And she's apparently running around naked or has been kidnapped naked and nobody knows what's happening. Anyway, so there's this mystery of trying to find out what's happening with the grandmother. Maven is trying to figure out if Rowan is telling the truth or not telling the truth. Do they love each other? Do they not love each other? With all of the angst and tension, and it's super sexy. And then within all of this chaos happening, strange things are happening at home. And Maven is like, did I hear this? Did I see this? What's happening? Is what's real? What's not real? Potentially having bouts of memory loss. Having conversations that may or may not have happened. So you don't know if Maven is essentially going a little bit insane or if the people around her are trying to make her be insane. And long story short, I knew it was, I called the sisters from the beginning, or the aunts. They were just too creepy. I was like, it has to be the aunts. I didn't think it was Q, but it was definitely the aunts for sure. I'm like, that's just, especially when she was like, what do you mean there are no bodies of my entire family buried? And what do you mean every single woman has died an accidental death? And I found the aunts creepy to begin with, but then when Maven told her aunts about what she had found and they just swept it under the rug, I'm like, well, that's because they're in on it. That's why they don't care. That's why it's inconsequential, not of importance. And the only thing that really matters at the end is that Maven and Rowan get together, and Maven finally admits that Bee is his daughter, which I called from the beginning.
That's a good synopsis.
Thank you. I really enjoyed this book, if you can't tell. Okay. Now, back to my disclaimer. JT is an unreliable author. She's an unreliable author. I don't care. I will stand by that statement for the end of days. Just go listen to our Perfect Strangers podcast episode. Okay. That will explain it all. So there are some questionable things that happen in this book. And I messaged Jenn quite a few times and she refused to answer any of my questions. And so I had to go Google the answers.
Also true. You bitch!
I told you I wouldn't read the last chapter, but I Googled, okay? There was no way. I was waiting to the end to find out whether or not they were actually half siblings. There was no fucking way I was doing that. Absolutely not.
That's hilarious.
Because
You're such a cheater.
I don't care. This is a half truth statement, okay? Maybe if it was a different author, I would have kind of rolled with it and just went with your silence because you would not lead me astray. But I don't trust this author. So knowing her, it could have fucking been. And no. Just no.
Yeah, but it's not like you would have hated that.
Only if they didn't end up together. And Rowan was doing everything in his power to make them stay apart.
What are you talking about? You have read Step Sibling.
No, half siblings.
Never mind. Maybe.
No, you're okay. Maybe. Step siblings? Oh, I wouldn't care. That would have been great. Half siblings? That's not something I've read. I don't know how I feel about. Yeah. So that was my disclaimer. Been dominating the conversation, Jenn. I would like to pass the baton over to you and all the things.
Oh, okay. So I absolutely loved their banter.
Yes.
Like that was probably some of the best banter I have ever read in a book. And what I loved about it is the narrator, and I think you would have had the same chemistry in the physical book too, or like in Kindle or whatever. But I feel like the narrator just delivered her dry comebacks and like her dry humor to him so well. She was just like straight faced, like very little emotion, no emotion, and she's like, yeah, I will skewer you on a pike and feed your entrails to your brother. I don't think she actually said that, but like along those lines.
Pretty close.
And yeah, I just their banter was just so fun.
I love that their banter, it was their version of foreplay.
Yeah.
And we're not talking like the sweet, cuddly kind of banter. This is like,
no,
I fucking hate you. I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to carve out your balls and feed them to you while you're like chained to the fence. And
seriously,
like she said, like so cut and dry, like straight laced. And he's just like,
yep,
so fucking delicious. Like it was just, yeah, they have this like, when you think like hate sex or like angry sex, like imagine if that had a voice, if it could talk. Yeah. And this is literally what it was. Like, this is, they say love and hate is a very thin line. No, this was hate love.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Especially on her. I think the hate love was more on her end than his end.
Yes.
I think he truly like loved her, but she hated him.
Mm-hmm. It was so good. I'm not going to annotate the copy that we have because I just think it's really pretty. But I can't wait for it to
funny. I almost annotated it, which I've never annotated anything ever. But I was really close to doing it with this one.
I can't wait for the paperback to come out so I can get the paperback. And I don't know, I might not because there were so many things every time they talked. I just want to
Yeah,
highlight all of their conversation. Like, if I could just
yeah,
have the book, the audio narration to where it's just them talking and nothing else,
yes,
that's all I want. I don't even know how to edit an audiobook to do that. Like, that would be fantastic if I
yeah,
could. Like,
yeah. I completely agree. It's so fun.
yeah. And don't get me wrong, like the mystery of trying to figure it out, the whole whimsical of is the house haunted? Is it not? Like, what's happening? Is it real? Is it not? Where she
Yeah,
wrote that really well to where it, even though you have these like three storylines happening at the same time, they didn't like overshadow, overtake, or make you
yeah.
confused or like pull you out of one storyline or not. Like, she did it so well together.
Okay, I'm gonna politely disagree.
Really?
Once you had the greenhouse scene
Oh yeah. Okay, okay,
with
okay. I'll give you that.
Ronan's like monster form or whatever, like from that point on, I was so lost. Like it to me, and not that I didn't enjoy the book, and not that I would read this again,
Mhm.
almost because I was so lost. Because I enjoyed the first like 70%. I don't know when that scene happened, so it may have even been further than
It's
that.
further.
Okay, so like I mean, I enjoyed literally. I could not stop listening to it even after that scene. But like up to that scene, I was listening to it as much as I possibly could. And when that scene happened, I was like, "What? What?" And I had it, and actually, I think it was the morning after that scene when Davina and Esme, the great aunts, were acting funky, and I was like, mm,
Mhm.
"There's something weird here." But I will say this: I had no idea where it was going. Had no fucking clue what JT had in store. And
Yes.
I did really, really enjoy that aspect. But also, I wish that the last 30%, 20%, whatever it was, I guess came together a little neater in like I think that's the only way I can describe it, because like I liked the way it went. I liked where, like I feel like she did a really good job like setting Davina and Esme and Q even up for that final scene. You kind of get like hints that some things aren't quite right. I feel like the build up was was pretty good. Or not pretty good, but like I think she did the build up really well. I guess I wish I can't think of a better way to explain it than I just would have preferred the last 20% to be neater. And maybe it's like something on Ronan's side of it, where like you have a bit more insight on what he's going through on his end. Because I feel like part of what confused me is that whole like monster thing came out of left field. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like I was fully expecting like werewolf, like something like that, and then for it to be like something completely that I've never heard of before, I really enjoyed, because like hello, something new and different. That imagination is amazing, but also like holy shit, what the fuck is happening?
Okay. So it's about 85-90% because that is at the point to where I grabbed the book because the 2.0 speed on audio was too slow for me and I had to read the last of it. So maybe that worked differently because as I was reading it, it made sense.
Mm,
So whatever happened after Ezra, because Davina or Esme, one of them say we did this spell that we put you under the spell so we could figure out this information and whatever they were doing with Bia. That I don't know if the sex scene was all in her head or not. That I haven't figured out yet. I'm pretty
Right.
sure that it was in her head, but I
Oh my
don't
God. I
know.
was going to say, I don't think it was.
I don't think it was either. And I think, and the only reason why I say that I don't think it was is because the aunts admitted to erasing memories, and like that's how she lost her
Mm-hmm.
job, erasing the call history.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I think that it really did happen is because Ezra is locked in the basement. Once we get into the basement, everything starts to make sense.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
her walk to the church, that kind of like what's happening, I think that's still some of the side effects of whatever spell that they did, but I still think that it was part of that gothy mystic stuff. I assumed Roe was something else as well. I was thinking werewolf. Actually, I was thinking foxes first because of the fox, and then I was thinking werewolf. But
Mm-hmm.
after she had the conversation with Ezra about the Talon, I know, okay, so this is
Mm-hmm.
something else. He's not a wolf. I knew it just had to be something else. I don't know. Be a shadow bat boy. I'm not upset about it or anything. It was fine. And then the aunts are essentially the same two women for like the last like 5 or 900 years. Because remember, they are doing whatever their sacrifice is because it says that they die and then they come back whenever the master's ready. So essentially, they're just
Yeah.
be reincarnated. They take an animal form and then they become human again. So
Wait, what?
yeah.
I don't think they. I don't think they become human again.
Uh-huh. Hold on. Let me find it.
But you had the fox, the owl. Wasn't there something else? A
Hold
rabbit,
on.
fox, owl.
Let's see. Right here, I see you're all doom and gloom at the moment, darling, but there are many benefits to our loyalty. For one thing, we don't die. Well, our human forms die, but after 7 days, we return in animal form to wait until the master is strong enough to rise again, and will be restored. Oh, okay. So, I don't know, because she said something about her having a young body.
Yeah, because they're doing human sacrifices. So because she has some kind of spell, some kind of dark magic for her and Esme
So that they
and
stay sort of
Q.
young. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So this is why we have the podcast so we can talk these things out. But anyways, doing the sacrifice for whatever reason, I guess, is to keep them young. I was under the assumption that they were
Yeah.
the two women just continuing to live and then popping out kids.
Mm-mm. Nope.
But I still feel like it really came really well once you had the conversation with Esme and Davina to realize that they were messing with her memory, that they were doing all these things because really spooky shit was happening. And then you have her
Yeah.
ancestors kind of like trying to talk to her or like give her signs, right? Of what to do, what not to do. So essentially, I'm under the assumption that the Red Fox is her mom or her grandmother. I don't know which one of them, right?
Yeah.
And then that the slip of paper that she found that kind of gave the ingredients is essentially what's going to do to break the spell. And then her aunt gave her the final thing of you have to do it on this
Oh.
moon with this thing. And so that was just the connection I made. I don't know if that's true or not.
Huh. Yes, this is why, because, and again, I think you're right. I think I would have had, and I almost did go back and read the last however many pages,
Mm-hmm.
because I do feel like I would have had a better understanding and maybe wouldn't have been like, what the fuck just happened,
Yeah, it jumps really
if
quick with
I
the
had read
audio.
it. Yes, I like, for me, I felt like you went from like everything's hunky dory, you're trying to figure out the mystery, and then she's having like weird things happen in the house, and then all of a sudden it's like this whole 180 of
Mm-hmm. Of whatever happened in the
betrayal
last
and
4 days or
deception.
something.
Yes.
So what I think happened is because Maven wasn't there to do her initiation when she turned 18, and now that she was back, the time was right. But because they were finally able to cast the spell to learn about Bia, because remember the last day or two, they had her under the sleep spell to reveal whatever information, is that they found out about her and Rowan. And when they're in the greenhouse, because they essentially have eyes and ears, when they confess their feelings and that they're going to be together, the aunts are like, oh, no, 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 no. We have to put a stop to this before they actually do something more about it. And I think the reason why she was having like the weird feelings towards the end of their intimate scene is because I think that intimate scene was too powerful for the aunts to erase. So that's why she still had that memory, because they're
Oh my
essentially
God, I bet you're right.
they're essentially doing an oath of, you are mine, we're exchanging all the things. Like, they essentially had their own ceremony right there. And I think that's why the aunts couldn't erase that memory. I think that's why the aunts decided to up their game and be like, no, we're initiating you now, because we can't let
Continue.
whatever you just did go forward.
Oh my God, I bet you're 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
This is making me want to read the last 30% of the book.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not even, that's like what, if you start from the greenhouse, that's chapter 36. So there's only like 3 or
That's
4
only like
chapters that,
42, right?
yeah.
Okay. I might just end up reading those last few chapters then, because
Yeah.
I definitely got to the end of the book and I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
think I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really good. I liked, and I guess because I had that mindset of, they just did their own ceremony, the aunts have to stop it because they need her for whatever, and then Ezra being the sacrifice for the spell and whatever they were going to do with Bia. It
Yeah.
just kind of clicked. They're like, nope, we have to make her seem crazy now because the fever, and then the doctor coming. That's really weird. She's like, doctors don't make house calls anymore. What are you doing? Like, it was just perpetrating this, not perpetrating, no, reiterating this narrative of what's real, what's not real, what really happened, but they're trying to make me feel like it didn't happen. And then
Yeah.
yeah, the only thing I'm confused about is Cole Walker, the PI. I don't understand his connection to the town.
She hired
Unless
him.
no. There's no. His last thing that he said to Maven was, I'll be seeing you. Like, where our relationship, our thing isn't over. And the fact that he knew so much about this small town, like, dude, how the fuck do you know about this little town and all of these things about it when I'm making sure I'm trying to find a private guest who has nothing to do with this town? That's just too much of a coincidence.
Right.
And then him coming to the town and all the things, I'm curious if he's a male Blackthorn, and the only reason why I think that, like, maybe they adopted out the males, or maybe they just did sacrifice all the male babies in the basement. Maybe he got away. Maybe Cole and Maven are siblings. I'm not sure. But for him to come back, for him to have the epilogue and to be there and to see the whimsical smoke and then to make the connection with the fox, there has to be a blood relationship. That's the only thing that makes sense in my head.
So I wonder if she's going to continue within this world and do a spin-off book or like another book with his story then.
I don't know.
I think she's set up herself well for it, especially since he's the one that got the epilogue.
Yep.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I really liked it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm bummed I didn't physically read those last few chapters because I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I was texting you quite a bit, like throughout the book, like just loving their banter, and the mystery was great. The town was cracking me up. Like, it was a lot of fun.
I think, yeah, I was hooked from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like, once that quote, and I think this is a quote that you sent me, Blackthorns don't need therapy, we cause other people to need therapy.
Yes, I forgot about that.
That was like
Oh yeah,
chapter
I forgot it
3.
was
Like,
Sailor
that was
Couple.
great. Like, it was
Yes.
just, it was
I
so
could have
great.
sent you so many more, and
You
I
should have.
had to, I had to stop.
Like, it's so good. It was just. And the fact that they could read each other so well, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like they were having like 3 different language. They were like having 3 different conversations in one. The verbal language of hate, but it's not really hate, it's love and attraction. And then also like the non-verbal conversations that they were having too. Like, it was
Yeah.
just mm,
I loved him.
yes, I
I mean,
loved him
I loved
so much.
I loved both of them, but he was so great. He was so fun.
I will say though, at one point, Maven really did piss me off because she kept on, because we're in her head, so it's her narrative. She just kept on saying, "Oh, he's such a fucking liar. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. That's all he ever does is lie." And I'm like, "Bitch, you're fucking lying too. So I need you to pot meet
Right.
kettle. I need this to stop being the reason why you're fighting whatever is happening because you're both liars." And actually, come to find out,
Yeah.
I don't even really think he lied to her. Well, he lied to her about Colette, but that was different.
Yeah.
That's not significant. That
Yeah.
was,
It
but
was definitely a doth what is it? Do
do as
doth
I say, not as I do.
protest.
Oh,
No, like doth
doth thus
protest too
protest too
much.
much? Yeah.
Yeah.
It just started that part did start to really irritate me. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I knew that was his daughter in chapter fucking 3, okay? He's actually in the book. He sees her.
Oh, for
He knows.
sure.
Like, stop. Like, I
Yeah.
understand that you don't want to admit it. Like, I get that and I respect that to a point. But I need you to stop calling
Yeah.
him a liar and that he's always
Uh-huh.
lying and everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie.
Yeah. Well, I was pretty confident that she was his kid, but then when B tells told Maven, she's like, maybe like, can I remove my contacts now? And I was like, she has his eyes.
No.
So yeah,
As
it
soon
was
as
fun. It was really
so
fun.
fun. I really need somebody to clip the audio for me of just their conversations.
Yes,
I,
please.
that's what I just want. And that'll be my listen to as I drive to and from work. It's fantastic. I don't think that I have read anything that memory serves, because we know I don't have a very good memory when it comes to some things. Consistent banter like this from beginning to end, that where not one interaction left me not laughing or not, angsty or anything. I don't think there have been books where there have been piecemeals here and there, but this one from beginning to end was chef's kiss.
Completely agree.
Chef's kiss. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. As
Anything else?
the Ezra storyline was kind of annoying a little bit.
I think they just needed a sacrifice, and he
Yeah.
was an easy setup.
Yeah. But it got them to have the greenhouse sex scene, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm really surprised by how much I enjoyed this. Mostly
I'm kind of surprised too.
mostly because Perfect Strangers, don't even get me started on that. Just go to the episode. And then I listened to her first 2 books in her Mafia series that she has.
Hmm.
The first one was okay. I loved the second one. So if you liked the banter in this, it's not as, I want to say that the second one was like maybe her test run for the banter. That was one of the ones to where it, and the way that I don't even remember the character's name, but in the second Mafia book,
I'm
she,
shocked.
yes, so shocked Misty doesn't know the name of a character in a book she read like over a year ago. It's an Irish mob. He's Irish mob. Irish, yeah, I think he's in the Irish mob. Mafia, whatever. And she essentially is his prisoner, but not. So the first book is about the Russian Bratva, and he ends up with
Okay.
his girl. Well, his girl in the first book, it's her best friend in the second book. And so they're trying to
Okay.
like have like an alliance. I don't know what they're trying to do. I can't remember. And he ends up taking the friend. And within like 2 hours, she has like all of his men wrapped around her finger and they're like following her and not him. And he's just like, this dude has been loyal to me for 10 years. He's in this room with you for 30 minutes and now his loyalty has switched. Like, excuse me, ma'am. No.
That's
But
great. Is that Carnal Urges?
if that's the second one, yes.
The Queen and Monsters
Yes.
novels?
I was going to say
Okay.
Queen Mafia Monsters, but yes, Queen of Monsters. So the first one was really cute. I enjoyed it. And then I liked the second one better. And I haven't read the rest of the series because the dude from the first one just fucking irritates me. And he's going to do some stupid shit. And I don't like characters when do stupid shit. So I don't need to read anymore.
I'm putting them all on hold right now.
Yay. I guess if you'll finish the series, I can finish the series. But, and I
I'm
think,
gonna put PenPal on hold too. I have been wanting to read
I
it for a long
know.
time, but like you, I get very nervous about her stuff because of
Yes.
Perfect Strangers. But she has been redeemed in my eyes. You are more than welcome to have your own opinion. So I kind of, but I know there's also there's supposed to be some kind of crazy twist in Pen Pal. So I don't know.
I
We'll see.
You read it and then you let me know if I should read it or not.
Okay,
I'm
fair.
not. If it's anything like Perfect Strangers, no.
Yeah, no,
I can't.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you.
I think the reason I really like gothic romance. And it is so
Yeah.
hard to find because it gives that paranormal supernatural feel that I love
Hmm.
with some dark elements but without actually going full dark. I love
Yeah.
the creepy house or manor or whatever. There's some kind of mystery. Like I think that's why I was very upset with Haunting Adeline because it had the feel and the setup for gothic romance and
It did.
she just lost wasted an opportunity. And so
Yeah.
I think because it was a gothic romance and because of the banter, I think that really won me over. I gave it 4
Yeah.
stars. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun. My bad.
I don't care. You can edit it out.
Surprise! Okay. But yeah, I'm definitely going to read it again. I'm going to mark all my favorite quotes between them.
Yeah. Are you ready to rate?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Spicy?
Oh, are we skipping darkness? We're just going to go backwards. I like this one.
Oh, just kidding. Might be.
Do you know
Darkness?
a 2?
Yeah. I mean, the only really dark thing that happens is the human sacrifice at the end.
And that's so
Like, skimmed over.
yeah, like I just yeah, I'd say 2. That would be mine. It's all
Spicy?
woo and you know, but nothing like woo really happens. Spicy?
Yeah.
Okay. There's only like 2 sex scenes.
Is there? I thought there were like 3 or 4.
So
I could be wrong.
so they make out a couple of times.
Yeah.
There's the first time that they have sex. Oh, I think he does give her. I think they do oral one time. Okay, so 3. There are 3 sex scenes. The first time
Sure.
when they do oral in in the back of the storeroom, and then the greenhouse.
What about? I know they do it over at his house at least once, if
Yeah,
not
the first
twice.
time. The first time.
Okay.
The first time, and they like do it like all night.
Yeah.
But that's the first time, and then the second time is in the office at the grocery
Storeroom.
store. Yeah, and then the third time is in the greenhouse. There's some makeout scenes. some
Yeah.
kissing, but those are it. So, with that being said, I know that our spicy scale has a mixture of how many and how good it was. Even though there were only
Mm-hmm.
3 scenes, I'm a 4? No?
I was gonna give it a 3.
Okay, I'll give it a 3. I'm
Mostly,
sorry.
and that was mostly because the monster scene was like on a completely other level.
Really? Because I think that first scene, even though it's so simplistic,
Oh, it's great.
it was super sexy. Like that was super hot.
Yeah. Yeah. She did a really good job with all the spice.
And I don't know if that will translate over reading it physically versus how we heard it. Because I think the emotion behind it, where he is like literally on his knees and he's like, you don't understand the craving I've had to eat you out, and I've never done it, and I'm going to do it now, and I'm going to devour you. Like, it's so simplistic, but it was so fucking hot. That's why I don't
Yeah, I
know.
completely agree.
So I I don't know.
I mean, you can give it a 4. We don't
But
have to
but
agree.
but it's kind, I mean, but you're right. Like, it is, there's nothing special about this scene. It is just straight vanilla sex. Like, there's
It's
nothing
just
that,
their chemistry.
yeah, it's the chemistry. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll, I'll go with a 3. I can do the 3. The 3 is because of the monster scene, but still
Yeah.
3.5.
It's not a lot of spice, but the spice that it has is phenomenally well done.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Overall,
Surprise, a 4. You didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Had no idea.
I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I would
I
give it a
did.
4. I think I would, when I read it, I would have rated it a 3. After our discussion and realizing, I think my experience of the last
9,
6
10,
chapters or whatever that is,
15,
yeah.
10%. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would have walked away from the book at a 4. So, I feel confident that when I reread those chapters
Hmm.
that I'll walk away with a 4.
Yeah. I'm giving it a 4 because, one, I love the angst and the banter. Like, everybody knows
Mhm.
I'm an angst whore. Like, this book is just nothing. It's dripping with it. But
Yes.
I'm also giving it a 4 because the ending isn't so clearly laid out, like we were talking about. Like, I had to piecemeal that as I'm reading and make these deductions. And there's just something about that. We all know I like things like that. There's just something about that that makes me enjoy it more. To where it's like, oh, it could be this. It could not be this. You had to sort of been paying attention to everything that's been happening to be
Yeah, definitely.
to make that connection, and for this book to keep me captivated enough for me to make those connections, because y'all know I don't always make those connections because, whatever. I feel like that is a 4 read to me.
Yeah.
That that
Yeah, I would
that's the
agree with
reason
that. I
why.
think, yeah. I think she did a really good job with this book.
And I'm also going to say that I'm only giving it a 4 because of the audio narration. I do not think I would give it a 4 if I had read it. I'm not saying that the banter is not good on the page. I don't know. The last, like the last 15% that I read is not them bantering, right? So I didn't get to actually read
Right, yeah.
that. I would probably find it funny, but I wouldn't have connected with it as much. So
Fair.
I want to make that disclaimer. But I'll reread it and then I'll know if that stands true or not.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Anything else we want to touch on?
JT, thanks for not making them half siblings.
Yes. Yes,
Because
we appreciate it.
if I would have got that Google answer that they were, I would have burned this book. I have a fireplace. I would have thrown the book in the fireplace and made a video of it and sent it to you, Jen. Okay. So
Again, fair.
that's all I have to say.
Dope. All right. Well, team, friends, family, thanks so much for actually
Wait,
family.
no
Please thanks for
family,
listening to
please,
this
no.
episode. No family. Delete, 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 delete.
If-
Abort, abort.
Not making eye contact at the next family dinner.
Yeah, seriously. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have read Blackthorn by JT Geissinger, let us know. Tag us on Instagram at Bones of the Story, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us on the journey into the shadows of love, where dark romance stories come to light.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Bones of the Story as much as we did. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Your feedback means the world to us.
And to stay updated on all things dark romance, follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, ideas, or even your own dark romance stories with us. Drop us a line at bonesofthestory@gmail.com.
Remember, our next tantalizing episode is just around the corner, so keep your hearts open and your senses sharp.
Until then, embrace the darkness and let the stories continue to stir your deepest desires.
This is Misty
And Jenn,
signing off
from Bones of the Story.